everybody. I'm here with Gus from the Arizona Avengers. Hi, Gus.
Hello. Hi.
So Gus has a nonprofit organization out here, and they have multiple chapters. Can you tell us a little bit more about the Arizona Avengers?
Sure. The Arizona Avengers was a costume community group that started in, well, it's going to be 5 years now. Well, it's actually over 5 years now. It started in 2009. We started by 4 members that decided that they took what the 501st, I don't know if you're familiar with them, I know everybody out there probably is, they did the Star Wars costuming. They were the ones that kind of started costuming for charity, as far as that goes. They took their concept and made it Marvel. So they decided that why not do the same thing, but with Marvel costuming. So 5 years ago it started. It started out as 4 members. Right now here locally, we actually have over 80 members. Nationwide, there's probably a little over 200.
Awesome. Were you one of the original
I was not.
organizers?
I was not. There was 4 members, Aaron Forrester, Liam Stillman, Dan Burgos, and Benjamin Dickinson. See, I remember the original 4. That's good.
The Fantastic Four?
They were, yeah. They started out costuming together. Liam was Deadpool. Aaron built an Iron Man from head to toe. He was one of the first guys to build a complete Iron Man before right after the Iron Man movies came out, and it was completely made of Bondo, so it was really heavy and really hot. And it was him, Ben was Spider-Man, and Dan Burgos was an Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. So they started out that way, and little by little they started growing. I started in 2011. First costume I did was Logan, Wolverine, and from there it expanded. There was a need for me to be Captain America at one time because we had a children's hospital visit and we didn't have one. So I took up the shield, became Captain America, and I've been the CO, which is the commanding officer of the local group here now for the last 2.5 years.
I like that. I like how he said he took up the shield.
Had to.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
So who do you play? What role do you play now?
I'm still the CO. I still mostly costume as Captain America. The reason being is, one, I'm, I guess, the primary Captain America that we have right now, and 2, although Wolverine is my first costume and I love him, it's more of now a need because, of course, all the popularity of Captain America, the movies and all that, the kids identify with more, and that's what we're here for mostly. We don't costume so much. We enjoy it. We love it, but that's 40% of it. The 60% of what we bring to the community, what we bring to the kids. And if it's what they want, then that's what I'm gonna. If they wanted, me to dress up like a pink parrot, I'd probably do that. But that was what it was called for.
That's awesome. So, can you tell me some more about your community service and the charity events that you guys do?
Well, we are open to any and all community groups, any charity groups. We've worked with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which are now becoming where we're starting a really good relationship with them now. The Maricopa Children's Medical Center, or the Maricopa Medical Center, Phoenix Children's Hospital, those are the big ones. Kids Need to Read, which is a locally started charity who what they do is provide books to underfunded schools. There's so many that we work with. We just started recently a relationship with St. Vincent de Paul. They run a banquet hall where they feed over 300 people 5 nights a week. So. Yeah, they invited us out for a superhero night there because they were promoting Phoenix Comic Con. It was kind of like a mini Comic Con for the kids that can't go there. So Phoenix Comic Con, which is great, they support us a lot. They give us space every year at Phoenix Comic Con so we can bring the costumes out. And they were having a street team event there for the kids, and they invited us to go out there. So we went. Kids had a great time. They had such a great time that the lady who runs the St. Vincent de Paul there asked us to come back. So 2 weeks later we went back there again. So we just do it because we love it. We love to be out with the community, and we love to serve in the community that we live in too. So. That's
awesome. Community service is one of my big things. So
absolutely.
I'm in nursing school right now, going crazy. How did you start cosplaying originally? Was this like your first?
Believe it or not, it was a kind of a midlife crisis because. Looking at me, you may not think so. I'm 41. I just turned 41 in June.
Oh.
Yeah, sometimes I get that. but I was always a comic geek, I guess you can call me, from when I was a kid. I read comics. At one time, my collection exceeded over 10,000 comics, and I You could pick one up and I tell you the story from cover to cover without even opening it. I read them multiple times, but I never got into costuming because I try to tell the guys, and I tell the guys in the group, and I see how popular the costuming is. It's grown into this giant juggernaut that's incredible. When I was a kid, the Comic Cons maybe had 1,000 people show up, and you were the weird kid if you showed up in a costume. I told them it's kind of done a 180. I remember being 18, 19 years old, which is about 23 years ago. And you were the weird kid if you showed up in a costume. Now it's kind of did a 180 where you're the weird kid if you don't show up in a costume. Like, I've heard people say, I'm not going to con because I don't have a costume.
Oh, I know. People tell me that all the time. Like, it's not about dressing up. It's about going to experience the con.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a great feeling. I mean, thankfully here in Phoenix, we have a great local Comic-Con, Phoenix Comic-Con. Not to say that the others that are here in town aren't awesome. You have Tucson Comic-Con that's coming up in November. You have Amazing that's held every January now. You have so many. I mean, there's so many. We should be called the con state, not because of the criminals, but because there's so many conventions here. There's Ratchet, which is a horror convention that's coming up in October. There's so many that Sabaton, as we were talking.
Yeah.
Sabaton's coming up here in a few weeks. It's like 3 weeks away. Can you imagine? Well, 4 weeks about, yeah. So yeah, it's almost here. And it's just, and then they have Konnichiwa and all these anime cons too, but there's so many going on. But Phoenix Comic Con was where the Arizona Avengers was actually born. The team started in the Phoenix Convention Center at the Phoenix Comic Con, and that's where we celebrate our anniversary every year. They're very inviting to the costume groups, costumers, period. Phoenix Comic Con this year was one of the first cons to establish a cosplay lounge where costumers, not so much with the costume groups, but costumers that were out and about that wanted to take a break, they could actually go somewhere and be apart from the general public to just take a break. Because I don't know if you've ever costumed, but if you walk down, a 5-minute walk down the con floor can take you about a half hour, 45 minutes because you get stopped. And it's great, it's awesome. It's a good feeling because you put a lot of hard work into your costume, and it's great to feel appreciated, but sometimes you need a break.
Yeah.
And so they provided that. And that was awesome. I think a lot of the cons are going to start following suit with that because they are recognizing that costumers are bringing people in. We as costumers, you notice I don't use cosplay the word a lot. I'm sorry. It's just it's my thing. And people who know me or watching this, they'll know why. But anyway, as far as costuming goes, they're bringing people in. More and more people are. This year we had. Don't know if you were at Phoenix Comic Con, but we had a huge cityscape background as far as like a picture, and then we had a building, an eagle's head, kind of like a Spider-Man prop. But anybody could get up there, and we had literally, I'd say about 1,000 people walk through our booth of the weekend to take their picture. Not only with the building, but with the costumers. So costumers, and Phoenix Comic Con recognize this, and that's why, if you see, they have Costume Alley, they have the 501st, they have the JLAZ, the Justice League Arizona, they have us, the Arizona Avengers, they have the Mandalorians, they have all of them all lined up because they know a lot of the general public are now coming for the costumes, for the pageantry. They want to see that,
I think that's like a big part of Comic-Cons now is like going to see who's there, dressing up. Like
exactly.
This year when we were at the Phoenix Con, we saw he was costuming as a
you can say cosplay, it's alright.
Okay, well he was cosplaying as Black Dynamite.
Right.
I was like, that's cool because like you can do any character you want, and that was really cool. Kevin with 2 V's.
Well, you're limited by your own imagination, what you want to do. There's a friend of mine, he started his own costuming group as The Walking Dead, and they're awesome. They have all the characters of The Walking Dead. Someone asked me, there's a local costumer, and he has his own niche, his own genre, and he goes, I don't fit into any group. What should I do? Should I just stop? I was like, no. I said, start your own group, because his is an original character. And I just said, don't stop. Keep going. Do something on your own and make it your own. Start your own group. Ask anybody who wants to be their original characters. They can come in and bring it, and start it. I was like, there's nothing should ever stop you.
Yeah.
What the great part is about here in Arizona is also we get a lot of opportunities to costume. not just to put on the costume, but like you said, to serve the community. This Saturday, if you guys want to come out and film some, there's actually a sci-fi day up at Barnes & Noble at the Metro Center.
Oh, I saw that
We're
on
going
Facebook.
to be there.
Okay.
We're going to be there. A lot of our friends are going to be there. I may costume, I know it depends on my leg. I got into an accident a couple of weeks ago and still walking on crutches, so it's kind of hard to get around in a costume. You know, nobody's going to buy me as a
Captain America on crutches.
Yeah. Well, one of my my EXO, my executive officer with the Arizona Avengers, he goes, "Yo, you can go as Vietnam Captain America." It's so wrong. But again, we have so many opportunities. We get inundated with requests for appearances. We have all the way until November, almost every weekend. We just started a good relationship here with Silver Star Comics. We're going to start doing some cross promoting with them. Silver Star Comics, Tempe, Arizona.
They're awesome.
Next to the Pollock Theater. Also, we do a lot of work with all the comic shops in the area. When Free Comic Book Day comes around, we visit on average probably 12 to 15 shops on Free Comic Book Day.
Oh, wow.
We split up. As I said, we have 80 members, so we split up. We actually, this year, were able to visit like 11 comic shops and actually the Apache Junction Public Library too. Yeah, and AJ Library is way out there. But they have a castle in their library. Yeah.
Okay.
With a talking mirror.
That's cool. That gives me a reason to go to Apache Junction.
Right? But no, a lot of the local comic shops, they're great supporters of us. When we go visit kids at children's hospitals, we take comic books and stuff to them. And it's provided by all the local comic shops. There's Mike with Samurai Comics. They have the location in Phoenix, and I believe there's Phoenix, Glendale, and I believe there's one in Mesa. Yeah. There's Marco with Pop Culture Paradise over in Tempe by the ASU campus. There's so many. There's Jesse James. There's Gotham Comics down in Main Street in Mesa. They're great supporters of the Arizona Avengers. They're great supporters of costumers. And it's not just because we bring people in, because people do want to see the costumes and they come into the stores. But the simple fact of the matter is that we bring something to the community. We are not just here. The costumers that I work with, again, the Arizona Avengers, the Justice League Arizona, 501st, a lot of them, they don't costume just a lot of times just for the sake of costuming. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but a lot of them love what they do because it's a purpose to behind what we do. You know, there's nothing like seeing one of my favorite stories, and I'll show you the picture. Maybe you can, I mean, if you want, you can add it in there. Put it in. There's a charity here locally called Hope Kids. They're a charity that works with families of terminal ill children or children who are very ill, and a lot of these families spend maybe 80 to 90% of their time in the hospital. They never really get to go out. And a lot of these kids have siblings, and those siblings never get to do anything because their sibling is sick. So what Hope Kids does is they take the whole family out, and they take them out on adventures. They take them to do things together, things that they probably wouldn't be able to get to do. And when we first got to meet them, we did an Ultrastar Cinema. I'm plugging away over here.
That's okay, that's cool.
Ultrastar Cinema, who has one of the ladies, Christine, she does promotions for them. She asked us to do a movie event there once. And then she asked us to come back to do the Hope Kids. They were taking them to see Iron Man 3. And so Iron Man and Captain America showed up to hang out with the kids before they got to see the movie. And anyway, this is one of my, it was a tearjerker for me. This little boy, and his mom had told the lady who runs Hope Kids, he was 2 and he was barely starting to walk. And he sees me, and he can barely, he sees me in, and I go down on one knee because as a costumer, when you work with kids, the first thing you do is you go to their eye level. You don't want to feel intimidating to them. That's just a lesson for all you costumers out there. That one's on me. I looked at him and he came running over to me and hugged me, and Iron Man that was there with me, he goes, "Dude, that's a good thing I have my helmet on." He goes, "Because I just started crying." I was like, and it's just moments like that, and all of us have moments that we can share like that, as far as like any costumer who puts on a costume for charity, they have a story like that. They do. There was one time, Tony Contreras, who was Superman at the time, he does a great Iron Man now. He was actually at San Diego Comic-Con. He was on CNN. You saw him, but that's the guy. We did a Christmas in July for, no, I'm sorry, I apologize, it was before that. It was our first visit to the Maricopa Children's Medical Center, at Maricopa Medical Center. And it was a little girl's first birthday, and she was there by herself in a bed. She had these tubes and things attached to her, and he started singing her happy birthday because he had studied music and he's a singer. And I had to walk out of the room because it was like, yeah, and it's just, it's times like that that are rough, but it kind of helps you to know why you do this. Another big thing that we do every year, and I love to say about all these events just because they deserve a lot of credit.
Yeah.
There's an event we do every year with Pastor Jeff James up in North Phoenix. It's called, it's called a Foster Carnival. It's a carnival that they do every year in Encanto Park for foster kids. And these are kids that, for lack of a better term, and I hate to use that term, people, they call them throwaways. They don't, these are foster kids and they don't think like they have a home or family. And we go out there, we hang out with them, we have a great time, and they're just great kids, and it's just a shame that, they're in the situation they're in, but we try to make their day a little brighter, and we've gotten requests now because of things like that, from the East Valley Children's Crisis Center, which I don't know if you're familiar with, but the Crisis Center, what they do is take in kids who are being abused and abandoned and neglected, and they give them a place, a haven where they can feel safe. And we have a great opportunity to meet these kids, because a lot of times people say, oh, thank you for coming. I said, no, it's our privilege, because we get to meet these awesome kids that, under normal circumstances we may never get to meet. And it's just awesome to meet them, because these kids, a lot of these kids, and a lot of the adults we meet are sometimes people that have a fight in their life, and just to see them smile with us and take away that, maybe what they're feeling just for a few minutes. So, and it's just great. It's great to be a part of that, and that's why I do this.
That's awesome. That's like a really awesome mission. So, cosplayers out there, costumers, however you want to call it.
The Arizona Avengers are always recruiting. Look us up.
How do you join?
Well, you have to walk through a ring of fire now. You have to bare knuckle fight me. No, it's a very simple process. Basically, what you do is you fill out an application. Send us pictures of your costume. We review it, we go over it. You start out as a Thunderbolt. Thunderbolts are basically a probationary period where we evaluate you, and you evaluate us. Some people may not want to be a part of it. Some people may want to. It just depends on them. But also we have to see, because since we are around a lot of sensitive people and because we have to gauge who we're letting in. And a lot of the groups have kind of the same thing. And it's not that we want to let anyone out. We're very inclusive. Just to squash a rumor that was going around at the beginning of the year, we were referred to as elitist. And that is the furthest from the truth. We're very inclusive. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I'm Puerto Rican, and I'm not blonde-haired and blue-eyed, but I'm Captain America. In the real world, I shouldn't be, but I am. Our Hawkeye is black, well, half black, half Mexican. So we don't exclude people for body type. We don't exclude people for hair color. We don't exclude people at all. Everyone and anyone is welcome to join. If people don't want to wear a costume but still want to help, we have a great support staff. We have an awesome support staff that keeps growing. We have about 10 members right now that all they do is, not all they do, but what they do, because they're awesome. They take pictures, they help costumers in and out of their costumes, sometimes they help repair on the spot. They're a great support. Some of them are the ladies who are married to some costumers in the group. And that's another thing, we're very diverse as far as, there's no just males, there's no just females. We have an eclectic group. If you see us all in a group together and you look at us all, you say these people should not be all friends. But we don't see each other as friends. We're a family. We bond. And that's the thing, we spend time out of costume together too. And that's where a lot of people who join don't realize. This isn't a costume group where we just get together, put on costumes, then we walk away from each other. We're very much of a part of each other's life. my kids see all of the group as family. Vice versa. We look out for each other. There's every day where we communicate with each other. There's not a time when we don't. And it's not just about costume stuff. It's about life. Right now, since I've been banged up, I can't drive, and there have been members that have taken me around, and it's not because I'm the commanding officer. We don't roll that way, but it's because they all have a genuine heart of giving, and that's awesome. And that's the biggest thing to be a member. It's not about your costume. It's not about, when we do prefer quality, yes, we try hard to present that. However, we help each other work at it, because no one's perfect. We help each other. But what we look for is a heart. You gotta have the heart to serve. You gotta have the heart to put, to be kind of selfless. We're not looking for saints, because no one is. But what we're looking for is people who truly love their community, love what they do, and are willing to show it. Because it's one thing to say you want to serve, but it's another thing to, put on the uniform. Yeah.
Actions over words, definitely.
One of the things I say, like, people tell me all the time, well, I wish I could do that. Okay,
Okay.
then do it. I started this at, like I said, I started 4 years ago. I'm 41, so I was 37 years old when I started. I wasn't a kid. I have a daughter that's 3 years away from graduating high school. And the funny thing is that most kids you think would be, oh my God, I've had drugs. But my girls are actually very proud of it. Last year we did the Fiesta Bowl Parade. We do the Fiesta Bowl Parade every year. And last year at the Fiesta Bowl Parade, my daughter, who was 14 at the time, you think most 14-year-olds, they don't want anything to do with anything like this. She was out there. She was a spotter for us. She was helping people. She was handing them water. She was making sure people had what they had. If somebody dropped something, that she was picking it up. And she's 14 years old. And my daughter is not what you would call lazy. She just really, really likes not doing anything. So to see her out there made me very proud as a father. My youngest daughter, she loves it. She actually costumed with me at Phoenix Comic Con this year. I'll show you that picture too. I was Cable, and she was Hope.
Oh.
And we put the costumes together for her. Yeah. She was Hope in pants though, because Hope kind of just wears tights, and I don't need my 12-year-old daughter to walk around in tights. But she's also very proud of it. We did a movie event, because we do sometimes movie events too, for Winter Soldier out in Maricopa, and I was dressed like Cap. I pulled up on my motorcycle as Cap with a shield on, and all these girls, these like 12 to 14-year-old girls, come rushing me, like about half a dozen of them, and they're taking my picture and they're doing selfies. I know how to relate to them, because again, I have daughters, so they kind of like it, because you want to take a selfie and dirt face, so they love that. And that's the thing, I don't take it serious. Like I tell them, you want to do a dirt face, we'll do a dirt face, and they love it. And so these girls are sitting there, and my daughter calls me, she goes, Dad, let me hold that for you. And the girl looks at my daughter, she goes, that's your dad? She goes, yeah. She goes, you got the coolest dad. And my daughter goes, thanks. And I was like, and then later on I said, you kind of looked weird when she said that. Why'd you do that? She goes, I didn't want to be rude. I was going to tell her I know. But I was like, yeah, that would have been kind of rude. But just to hear that my daughter thinks that, it's cool what we do, that's awesome. I mean, and like I said, I have teenagers, and to think and to know that their dad puts on tights and walks around in red, white, and blue, but they still love it. They still are very proud of it, and that makes me happy.
That's cool. Sounds like you're raising amazing children.
Well, sometimes. No, they're good kids.
Well, awesome. We are looking forward to you sharing those photos, definitely. And hopefully we can put them up on the site.
You can put them up on the site, absolutely. They're on my Facebook page. I don't have a like page because I don't know, I feel weird. People go, oh, you should make a like page. I was like, why? It's just weird to me.
Well, what's the best way to contact you then?
Best way to contact me is through the Arizona Avengers Facebook page. Also, you can contact us at ArizonaAvengers@gmail.com. You have my personal Facebook page. Look for me, Gus Matos. You can hit me up on there. I don't mind. Those are probably the easiest ways to hit me up. And again, we'll be out and about a lot. We'll be this weekend at Barnes & Noble up at the Metro Center at Sci-Fi Day. We have a lot of events coming up. Check our Facebook page. We're doing a lot of work now with SGT, I don't know if you're familiar with them, Scottsdale Gymnastics and Trampoline. They actually are the only parkour school in the state of Arizona. They do parkour. I know. So we started working with them. We're going to be doing a Halloween costume drive. I just found out we're doing it October 25th. It's going to be a costume drive up at Scottsdale Gymnastics and Trampoline. You come, you can donate a costume. It's going to go to a great cause. We're going to go ahead and celebrate with Halloween with the St. Vincent de Paul's children. We're going to give them costumes. Again, these are children that may not be able to celebrate Halloween, but we're going to try to bring it to them. We'll be at C4. C4 is Central Coast Comic Con. I gotta plug our appearances. C4, because it's my group and I love them. Everybody in the Dave Arizona Avengers, check out our Facebook page. You interviewed one of our members recently, Sarah Mooney.
Oh.
Sarah Mooney. Well, maybe you didn't interview her.
I didn't
She was
interview
interviewed.
her,
But
yeah.
Sarah Mooney. Sarah Mooney. We have so many girls that are awesome on our group. So many guys that are awesome. Sarah Mooney. You can check her out on Facebook too. You can also check out Stray Cat Cosplay. They're all out there. These girls are awesome. They do a lot of hard work. They're awesome at what they do. Their costumes are amazing. I don't know if you saw yesterday, Sarah just put out her new costume, Gamora from the Guardians. She just blows my mind every time I see her. But anyway, C4 is Central Coast Comic Con. It's going to be in Ventura, California, September 12th to the 14th. We'll be there. We'll be at Saboten, which is August 29th through September 2nd. Yeah. There you go. See, I got it, something like that. It's the last weekend in August, first weekend in September. It's kind of right there.
Starts on Michael Jackson's birthday.
There you go. He died on my birthday.
Oh.
But no, we're on about. We do a lot of fun things. Check out our Facebook page. You won't be disappointed. We are up to a lot of shenanigans. We got some great videos also up on YouTube. We're on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. So check us out on there as well. And anywhere you see us, you're welcome to come up to us. I'm approachable. I'm the most approachable person you'll ever meet. Probably not, but I am. People see me and they go, no, you know what? I'm a big teddy bear. I love everybody. So just if I could say one thing to the costumers out there, if you're doing what you love, you're doing it right. If you're having a hard time and you're stressing about it, take a step back and have some fun with it. It's all about having fun. It's all about having a good time. I see a lot of these costumers put up things about that they're stressing about that. Sit back, kick back, take it easy, make it fun. That's what we try to do, and then we have a lot of success at it. Surround yourself with people who are like-minded, and you'll never be alone. That's all I can say about that, because all these people that are around us, if I can't make it, I know somebody who does.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Not a problem.
Definitely enjoyed our time with you, and you are an amazing man with an amazing cause.
Stop. No, but I want to thank you guys I want to thank you for having me. Thank you guys for having me. If I could get on hold on, give me my soapbox. Where is it? I just gotta get on it for a second. A lot of the male costumers, I want to thank Cosplay Fanatic for having me, because a lot of the male costumers or cosplayers, are not getting the attention, and that's okay. We're putting it out there now. We're actually, a lot of us are moving forward. A local artist, Annabelle Martinez, she started Men vs. Cosplay. I'm sure you've heard of it. She heard of it. All the girls. Men vs. Cosplay. One of my good friends is the cover boy, Dave Santiago.
Yeah.
You've heard of him too?
Yeah.
Of course.
I just think that's cute. You said the cover boy, so
He is the cover boy.
I
get about that all the time. No, Dave Santiago, he's great people. He's actually one of our unofficial Arizona Avengers. He lives in New York, but every time he's in town, he does an event with us, so he's awesome for that. He's a great costumer. I don't know if you see his Nova. It's amazing. And the dude from Skyrim, I never know the guy's name.
I don't know.
Anyway, but the dude from Skyrim,
Yeah.
he has a great one of that too. Great Ares costume. The guy's just
That's
amazing.
so cool.
And he's an amazing person. He's got a good heart. Yeah, she started that, so guys are on the rise. I was actually invited, one of the first invitations I ever got, to go to a comic convention to C4 as a male costumer guest. From what I've been told, we're going to do a great panel there about men in costuming. And there's actually 4 guys on the guest list on their website. Check them out. It's VenturaComicCon.com. And it's just going to be great. We're going to have fun with it. Guys are on the rise. We're showing that we can do it too. You know, I have no disrespect to the girls. I love them all. They're awesome. They're amazing with what they do. But we want to show that we got a place too.
Oh yeah, we at Cosplay Fanatic have been talking about that actually
Really?
for the last couple of months. We're like, how can we get these guys more promoted? Because it is mainly you see a certain type of girl. It's not always, you know, like I just did a Catwoman photo shoot and people are like, oh look, you look great as Catwoman. Some girl was like, are you Scary Spice? I was like, no, no, like just get out of here with that. But
go away with you.
yeah, I'm like, I mean, I guess I could cosplay as Scary Spice. That'd be awesome, kind of. But
I see what costume I can see you as the girl from Wanted.
oh yeah.
See, because it wasn't. She didn't look like Angelina Jolie in the comic book. She looked like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Exactly. There you go.
Costuming idea.
Oh, you kidding me? My costume wish list is probably as long as my own. I have long arms. But if you want a list of guys, I got a whole bunch of guys you can interview. Next time he's in town, get Dave Santiago. Tell me he's a good guy. But yeah, I mean, there's like I said, we're on the rise. Guys are now getting recognized, you know, and it's awesome because we love doing this too. You know, and believe it or not, there are a lot of female fans out there. I don't consider my people who follow me or respect what I do fans. To me, again, everybody has their own ways. My ways, I don't think. For me, it's a derogatory thing. It's for me. I refer to them as my friends. You know, they're all my friends. That's why I guess I don't have a like page. I just have my friend page because they're all my friends. And there was one incident where I met a young lady and she said I was intimidated to talk to you. I said, why? She goes, well, because you're Gus.
Because you did that face.
Yeah. Why? Well, that was kind of creepy. No, she goes, well, because you're Gus. I was like, all right, great. Yeah, I am. I was like, so it was kind of awkward, but I was like, I don't want people to feel that way. I don't want people to feel that that we're this larger than life. You can't approach it. No, God, no. I'm just a dork that puts on a costume. You know, don't ever see me as anything more than that.
Yeah.
I have fun doing it.
Yeah.
I do. But yeah, I keep looking at Ron Burgundy over his shoulder and it's just making me laugh. Sorry. But anyway, I guess he's tired of standing out there. But have anything else for me? I mean, any other questions? I'm an open book.
I think that's it. We have had to contact you all about your organization, which is awesome. You can go to the website and look them up. All the links will be below.
They're going to link us below? Oh, yeah. Awesome. Yeah. But like I said, go on our Facebook page. You're going to see some great pictures of some great people, awesome kids that we hang out with and we get to know. Visit your local charities. That's all I can tell you is see if they need a helping hand. We're scheduled to go to St. Vincent de Paul, not in costume, to help serve meals. And I think that's going to be a great thing, not because we want to put our names out there like we're bigger than this, but no, it's a fact that in your community, there's somebody that needs help. If you have the desire in your heart to serve them, go and do it. If you need help, go look for those groups because they can help you. A lot of our even members have suffered through times, and there's some of our members that are actually they've come to us and thanked us because they were, as you know, costumers and comic geeks are kind of socially awkward and they don't know their place. And a lot of them said, "I found my place with you. I found my place here," and you know they thank us, and that's an honor and that's a privilege that we love to hear. We started out here. There are costume groups that have actually. One of our members was up at, and I'll leave it with this. One of our members, and this is what we live for. One of our members was up at the Salt Lake City Comic Expo, I guess it was called, or something like that.
They had a big one last year. Yeah.
Well, no, this was just a few months ago. It was this year. They're doing 2 of them this year.
Okay.
So he was up there, and there was a group up there called. They're gonna kill me. It wasn't here. It was Heroic. Anyway. I'll look them up and you can link them on there too. They're awesome too. They told our XO, Johnny Carlisle, that the reason why they started was because they saw what we did and they loved it, and then they started their own up in Utah. Heroic Incorporated. See, I knew I'd get it. Heroic Incorporated. Yeah, look them up on Facebook too. They're awesome people. They're up in Utah and they do some great things for great causes. You know, and it's just I can go on and on. We've worked with the city of Avondale, doing a toy giveaway at Christmas time. There's just so many things that we've done, and we've had the honor and privilege to do it. So like I said, if you're out there and you want to do something, go ahead and do it. Don't let anybody stop you. And as I told somebody once, if you want to do it, go ahead and do it. Don't ever let anybody stop you from dreaming, and don't ever let anybody stop you from trying to fulfill them. We haven't, and we're going to keep doing it, and we're going to keep going stronger and stronger. But I do have one last plug. Sorry. There's a young lady. She's a director. She's a film student. Well, she was a film student. She just did it. If you check out our YouTube page, you'll see her short that she did on us. She's actually going to do a full documentary on the Arizona Avengers, which I'm so excited about. That's going to probably be releasing here within the next year, I'm hoping, when she finishes it up. And we're going to do a big thing. We're going to have everybody come out and come watch it and hang out with us. So hopefully that'll be done soon, and we'll put you guys on the guest list. You're on the guest list. All right. Thank you guys at Cosplay Fanatic.
Thank you.
I'll let her
Check out the links below. And once again, this was Gus of Arizona Avengers. Check them out. Thank you so much, Gus.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Have a good day.